Question everything, and I'm the first to admit, if you catch me in a mood like this, I can be tiring, even embarrassing. Yeah, Kampai! I just put to bed my Depeche Mode episode. I've been working for like a month on that. So good stuff, and welcome to the Drunk Bunker, where you find me drunk. On the last episode, I was a little bit tipsy, yeah, but on this episode, I think I am actually genuinely drunk. So hey, raise a glass to that. And we're going to be talking again about the Smiths, and again about Mita's murder. Now you might say, Chuchu, why don't you flip the screen around so we can see things not in a weird, fucked up mirror world? I don't know how to do that. My phone won't allow it. So everything is back to front, bitch. Yeah. And we're also going to be talking about this book by Johnny Rogan, who is probably the greatest Smith biographer ever. Sorry for the guy who wrote Mozipedia. That's an amazing book. Well worth a thumb through if you're a Smiths fan or Morrissey fan. But yeah, Johnny Rogan, he did the business, and he caused such a division within the Smiths itself that maybe it could be even proposed that he's an enemy of the Smiths. But certainly his book is compelling, a lot more compelling than Morrissey's autobiography, which, 2/3 of that autobiography were wonderful. Morrissey was writing like a savant, but in the final third of that autobiography by Morrissey, he just lost it, didn't he? He just went off the fucking rails like hardcore. I mean, Morrissey, if you're not going to put any effort into the final third of your book, then don't write the final third of your book. Just wrap it up in a timely fashion. Anyway, who am I to tell Morrissey what to do? Here we go. I'm going to put the needle down on Rusholme Ruffians, the second track on Meet His Murder. I used to... Really weird, in this book, this Johnny Rogan book, I was such a huge otaku fan of the Smiths that I used to put ratings, and I've got one rating of 7 for Rusholme Ruffians and one rating of 9 for Rusholme Ruffians. There we go. It's back to front. We can see my ratings that I made at different times in my life. What would I rate Rusholme Ruffians now? 10. Easy. It's a classic. It's a masterpiece. Okay, so let's just get the needle down and go on with it. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd, man. A boy is stabbed and his money is grabbed and the air hangs heavy like a dulling wine. Anyway, so let's see what Johnny Rogan thinks. The debt that this song owes to his latest flame is obvious from the first hearing, and Ma would later acknowledge the source in live performance, as heard on Rank. If the music hinted at plagiarism, then so did the lyrics. Morrissey borrowed freely from the pen of comedian Victoria Wood and hijacked the song 14 again for his own satiric purposes. What emerges is a striking adaptation in which Wood's humorously affectionate reminiscences are subverted into a threatening landscape where casual violence and the threat of romantic suicide are menacingly present. With Morrissey and Ma each adapting material from separate sources, both the lyrics and the music share a common sense of playful experimentation. As Ma points out, the primary idea was to create a song that captured the raw excitement of youths visiting a Manchester fairground. The rockabilly guitar work gave the song a 50s ambience in keeping with the theme. Morrissey also travelled back to his earliest memories in dramatising the dazzling unpredictability of fairground life. As a child, I was literally educated at the fairgrounds, he claimed. It was the big event. It's why everybody was alive. On threadbare Manchester council estates once a year, fairs would come around. It was a period of tremendous violence, hate, distress, high romance, and all of the truly vital things of life. In Rusholme, it was the only thing that people had. Well, yeah, I mean, I remember the fairground. Of course, I grew up in the 90s. It was probably a little less violent, but still, fairgrounds were always a tremendous thing. I remember this egg roller ride where the cages would spin around this kind of spinning matchstick thing, and then we go upside down, and it was terrifying. I mean, I don't know about being stabbed, but then again, I grew up in Portsmouth, and you get stabbed on a daily basis just for walking down the road. But hey, of a speedway operator is all a tremorless heart requires. A schoolgirl is denied. She said, how quickly would I die if I jumped from the top of the parachutes? You see, as a suicidal teen, you know, I was just miserable like every other teen. I just wanted to kill myself every other day. This song was just like magic for me. Operator was all a tremorless heart requires. The schoolgirl is denied. She said, how quickly would I die? Pretty quickly, I think. You know, you bang your head on the concrete, brains go everywhere. Fairly quickly, I think. This means you really love me. At least that's healthier than like etching your name into like trees and stuff. And like, save the environment, people. So this song, I love this song. Like, I think when I think of like really great rockabilly songs done by modern bands, not modern bands, obviously Smiths are from the 80s, but like bands that are divorced from the rockabilly era. Rusholme Ruffians is one of the primary examples of a really, really great rockabilly tune on an album that is post rockabilly era. I mean, it just totally revives that genre and does it in a unique way. Let's get the needle up before the next song starts. But yeah, as I say, it's just like one of those songs that totally takes its genre of rockabilly and then reinvents it for the era that it was made in the 1980s. And it just takes an antiquated thing and just makes it new and fresh. And the lyrics, of course, the lyrics are amazing because they're like nothing else that was ever seen in the rockabilly era. Like, rockabilly just didn't have lyrics like that. And you have Morrissey talking about romantic ineptitude and just like the desperation of wanting to be with people but unable to somehow have the social standing to do it. And yeah, the thoughts of suicide by jumping off the parachute and stuff. I mean, when I was a teenager, as I said, you know, I often had suicidal thoughts and stuff, and I was a very lonely boy. And yeah, like this song, when I was young and I was miserable and I was sitting in my bedroom in the dark listening to this record, like, yeah, this song and the Smiths in general just totally made sense to me, and that's why they became my favorite band. Like, just really meaningful stuff to sad people, and I'm too drunk to put it any better than that. Meaningful songs to sad people. Yes, that's the Smiths for you, but also very funny. Not on this song, because this song, although there is a little bit of like kind of like dark humor in there, but like this isn't really like what I would call a funny Smith song. But yeah, great stuff. There we go. Another episode of The Drunk Bunker in the bag. I'm sorry if I rambled too much, but that's the point. I'm drunk. Sorry about that. Yeah. Keep on ranking.